In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to mine Radiant Coin and Octa for dual mining on your GPUs. So this all comes from a video that I made yesterday about what coins I'm mining. I thought I'd make a video on actually how to dual mine these coins, seeming it would be a good video to make because people would want to know how to mine Radiant and Octa coin together. So I'm making this video just to cascade off of this video that I made yesterday. So we're going to get into how to download the miner, how to wallet setup, and then we're going to check on the profitability of these coins. So firstly, the miner that we're going to be using today is BZ miner. As you can see here, if we scroll down, we have Octa plus Radiant NVIDIA only. So this is experimental and it's only for NVIDIA. So there might be some differentiations between what cards you're mining on. I know the 40 series and the 30 series are pretty stable. However, if you go below that, they're not as stable on Octa. So I just recommend Radiant if you have a 20 series or 10 series. Apart from the 1080 Ti, that does very well on Radiant plus Octa. So we want to download BZ miner, so I'll leave links to all these in the description below. You just click on releases here and download the latest version right here. Now we want to actually go to the downloads and then we want to extract this file here. So if we just go here, extract all, and then click extract, it's going to extract the files back into here. And then once we open it, it's going to actually give us a pre-made batch file for dual Octa and Radiant, as you can see here. If we click edit, it's going to pop up with a Windows Defender here, and then it's more info and run anyway. So we could just delete all of this text by here, and it's going to give us just the plain batch file. So we have to choose our stratums and our wallet addresses by here. So I'm going to cover all that right now. So firstly for Octa, if you want to get a wallet address, you need to actually use MetaMask, or I believe you can download a native wallet. However, MetaMask would be easier for access for all of you. So all you have to do right here is click on your MetaMask extensions, and then you click on add network here, and it's going to take you to a page. All we have to do here is search, as it says right there. We can click on add network, and we're just going to copy these name networks, chain link ID, and stuff like that. So on network name, it's just octaspace. We just copy this, paste it. New RPC URL, we just copy this. So chain ID is this. Currency symbol is Octa. And then you can just click save. You don't actually have to put the block explorer. So you click save and then it says switch to octaspace. So you want to switch to that. And that's going to give you your octaspace network right there on your MetaMask. We go back to this notepad file that we opened up, and the wallet that we need to paste it over is these 4 zeros here. So we copy that and we paste it over by here. So that's our Octa address. And then we need to pick a Octa mining pool. So we go over to mining pool stats, type in Octa here, and we click on octaspace. Now I'm going to go with cool top pool just because it allows us not to make an account. You don't actually have to have an account. You can just take the server and the stratum. So this is the server for EU. Once we have that there, we can copy that and we can just paste it in by here like that. So that's our pool already set up and our wallet address for Octa. Now next we're going to move on to Radiant. So it says Radiant here. We need a wallet address for Radiant. So we go to the Radiant website and scroll down to the bottom and click on Electron Radiant Wallet. It'll take you to this page of releases for the wallet, and you have to scroll down and download this Electron Radiant setup. Once you've run through the setup, you can see you can open up your wallet with a password. It's going to update the network, and then normally when you're on the Electron Radiant wallet, you can just click addresses here, and these are all the addresses that you can send Radiant to. So you can just copy address by there, go back to our file, our notepad file, and we're just going to paste our wallet address over by here. Then we want to find a pool, so we're going to go back to mining pool stats, type in Radiant, click here, and we're going to go with viper.net. So you just click start mining here on Radiant. This is on pool, make sure it's on pool. Unless you want to mine solo, then you can change it there. And the fastest latency for me is the viper.net for France. So I'm going to open up there, going to input our viper.net for France. There we go, FR, viper.net. And for the stratum at the end, 5066 is low difficulty, but if you want to go for normal, if you're mining on a GPU rig, I'd probably go for 5067. So copy that and paste it there. Now I'm going to actually add a disable GPU, so when it starts up, when I double click it, it's not going to actually run. So it's going to ruin the recording if I do that. So I've just disabled the first GPU. Now all we have to do is click exit and save, and the batch file should be set up if we look here. So we're going to be using this one. All you want to do is double click it and as you can see, it will open up there and it will start the miner. You have to allow it through your firewall, and then it will say, obviously here, GPU warning 0 disabled, because I disabled the GPU that's recording this video. However, once you start mining, it will confirm shares on the network, and all you have to do is input your Radiant address at the top of the ViperNet pool, or in the case of coolpool.top, you can just put your miner address in to see how much octa you're mining. So when we're looking at rewards, I believe that the highest in profit is the AMD RX 6650 XT. And then NVIDIA A2000 seems to do well on Octa. A lot of these older cards seem to do well on Octa, like the 1660 Ti. However, paired with, I think the 4060 is probably the best in terms of dual mining Octa and Radiant. Currently, Hashrate NO doesn't have a Octa and Radiant selection. It has Dynex and Radiant, Ethereum Radiant, Ergo and Radiant, but it doesn't actually have a Octa and Radiant, but you can still mine it. And then when we click on, let's look for Radiant here, we can see that Radiant, the top GPUs to mine Radiant are the 4090, 4080, 4070, and then the 3090 Ti, and surprisingly the 1660. The 1660 and 1660 Ti are pretty good at mining Octa and Radiant together, dual mining. And when we look here, the reason that I'm showing you how to mine Radiant and octaspace is because they're both down. So Radiant is down 60%, which means we're going to yield way more coins when we're mining it. So you could just mine Radiant on your own, but octaspace is going to give you more yield of a smaller market cap coin that is also down at 23%. So we're basically going for dual mining of yield for both of these coins, and in the hopes that they'll go up. So if we mine one Radiant coin, I'm not saying that that's the rewards that we're going to get, but if it goes up to the price that it was at around 30 days ago, we're going to get 60% more profit of what we've earned. So even if you aren't profitable, you can factor in the 50% or 60%. If it goes up to, it would be around 2.3 by here. And then same with octaspace, you can factor that in if it's profitable for you to mine. Now, alternatively, you could mine ZIL with Radiant coin, as I said in my previous video. However, I'm focusing on yield of Radiant and octaspace right now, and on yield of Nexa and ZIL. So hopefully that pays off in the future. I thought I'd make this video to show you guys how to set up the wallets for Radiant coin and to show you how to dual mine. If you have any problems or any questions, leave them in the comments below. Also, if you want to know what I'm mining, you can check out the previous video on mining these coins in July. I just tell you what I'm mining, why I'm mining it, go over some things with Radiant and Nexa, and then talk about Pepe W. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can hit 2,000 subscribers soon.